Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Divinity walkthrough. So, we're gonna speak with the bewildered caravaneer here really quick.
Warm as dragon's breath.
Sakes alive! Are you real? My mind is turning with illusions. The spiders, it couldn't have been, could it? My companions, is it too late? There's cobwebs behind my eyes, coming out of my ears. Am I mad? No, impossible. I am clearer now than I have been in days. Of that much I am certain. The Spider Queen, it was she who poisoned us. She who would see her spawn gnaw off our limbs while we cried tears of thankful devotion. Yes, I can nearly remember. We're travelers, you see. Traders and merchants, ever en route from village to town. We'd heard these dusty plains would find us face to face with goblins, but this deterred us not. But the high winds proved too great for travel, and so we made an early camp that first night. As the sun disappeared below the horizon, the plains grew still, hauntingly still. We felt it in our stomachs, the unreality of it. Suddenly, as though she had appeared in a thunderclap, she was there among us, and none so much as fathomed the word escape before she'd stung us. But we did not die, no. Her bite was not a poison of death, but of dreams. Within minutes, each of us had succumbed. Hail to the Queen! The refrain sounded over and over, first in our minds, then from our very mouths. Sakes alive! Are you...
Okay, so obviously that's the guy I was talking about in the last video there with his companions there that have kind of gone a little crazy. And they started kind of like worshipping the spiders and stuff. Now, again, I don't know if the events there with the people that are worshipping, if that changes at all if you speak with him first. I just don't know. And I was considering reloading an earlier save, but I just wasn't entirely sure if it was worth it. So I just decided to keep going. But all right, so the area down there, obviously that's the spot where we already took care of the what was it? It was like a gigantic bloodstone thing, and there was like a portal with some demons coming out of it. So again, like I said, we already took care of that, so we won't need to go back down there. I think that's almost completely it for this like sandstorm area, I believe. Because there's a little chest here, but if I remember correctly, there's nothing in here. There's nothing good. Okay. The only thing I really haven't done yet or like in this sandstorm type area is actually Frederick, and he's the immaculate that like his imp slave pushed him down the cliff, and he needs a bloodstone, and I don't know, I'm not gonna bother giving him one, cause to heck with that guy. But yeah, I don't end up actually finishing that quest for so long. I think like towards the very end of the game, I was like finally kind of tying up loose ends, I guess. And that's when I finally dealt with him. The dialogue options with Frederick actually change depending on, I think, if you've got a bloodstone actually in your inventory or not.
Sweet relief.
And yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to be doing anything or resolving his side quest for quite some time. The other thing with him is you got to be really careful too, because when you interact with him for the first time, it's like a timer starts, and you have like a day or something like that to get him a bloodstone. Otherwise, I think he dies. So I guess that's one way to deal with it. But all right, we're gonna get into we got a little bit of a battle here. But yeah, so like I said, you gotta you're really timed, and if you wait too long, Frederick just dies. And again, I don't know. I don't know how much experience that you get out of the deal, but you know, if I don't know, I guess I'd say just don't. I wouldn't be too worried about it. Frederick is there is no. Actually, I don't even know what you get for giving him a bloodstone. I've never done it. But the problem with that is, so there's I think like a total of 17 bloodstones in the game, and you need a certain amount in order to unlock the final area. And like they give you, there's a couple extras. So like I think you probably only need like, I don't know, 13 or 14, something like that. So there actually is a couple extras that you don't necessarily have to get. But and so by that token, you could give him one. And keep in mind, it has to be an active, like an actual bloodstone. You can't just you know, have a used one in your inventory.
But for your timely intervention, I would have ended up in either an orcish cauldron or the goblin slave pen, whence these thugs were ordered to march me. I'm from Hunter's Edge, a hamlet to the east of here. Heed my advice, and stay well away from that pitiable place, for no human may walk there freely anymore. The orcs came in the night, and we stood as much chance as chickens would, locked in a hen house with a pack of starving wolves. Not to mention that our champion Medora had already abandoned us. Those who escaped their initial frenzy, eluded their horrid hunger, were all enslaved. I myself was en route to be sold as a slave to the goblins, but those idiot orcs denied to pay a troll their eternal troll toll. Needless to say, a fight ensued. A fight that brute of a troll won with flying colours. We merry three were the only ones to escape the carnage and taking a bit of a breather. That is to say, the fight had made my orc guardians hungry once more. Had Pudgy Pete survived, it'd have been skinned and chopped by now. Regular devils, these orcs. Go ahead. The goblins have been the masters of Silverglen's mines for a while now. Took it by force. From what I hear, the erstwhile miners back in the village have no idea their brethren from Hunter's Edge are being forced to slave in their lost quarry. The more fool them. Ask me not why it has been the nucleus of such strife, for I haven't the foggiest. In truth, I don't intend to find out either. Thanks again for freeing me, dear champion. I'll make a dash for it to Seal, and hope the undead there have grown sluggish enough for me to slip by.
Okay. So that was some random slave from Hunter's Edge. And here there's a key right here. I don't know, kind of random out in the middle of nowhere. But that's the key to this chest here. And this is complete garbage, so I'm not going to bother with that either. And we'll just send that to the homestead. At a certain point here, I did a really poor job of keeping up to snuff on my... oh, that saying is so weak. I'm kind of keeping up with the junk in my inventory and kind of keeping my inventory sorted out and clean, but
Seems like these trolls have been busy of late. They must be powerful indeed to overcome so many. Orcs and humans both.
So apparently a troll was busy here. So there's a couple of different ways you can handle this area. This is Archibald and his son. I'm just going to destroy him. And there's a few different trolls. There's like 3 trolls in this area in Lucula, or Lucula.
Look! One of the alien aspect approaches. Go on, my boy. State the ancient demand.
Troll.
Well nigh correct, my son, but not quite.
Troll.
You come very close in your approximation of the venerable bid, my boy. but a tiny flaw distorts it still.
Troll!
Capital, my son. Most excellent. I'm very proud of you indeed. Now then, dearest wanderer of Lucula's leaf-strewn lanes, you have heard our inviolable command. Pay us, trolls, the toll that is our prerogative, and the bridge shall be yours to cross. I am Bridgekeeper Archibald, and this wee cherub is my dear son, Amadeus. I am in charge of his education, and will see to it that one day he shall become the greatest bridgekeeper ever to have voiced the hallowed tenet. Troll toll, yes, so he shall. So he shall indeed. Ask them, and I shall answer. Those clubbed unfortunates over yonder, they did not pay the toll, traveler. And to be clubbed, I'm afraid, is the fate that indubitably befalls those who do not heed the infrangible doctrine that is troll toll. Because our king deems it equitable that we should do so. His word is law amongst us trolls, and by extension, anyone who travels through his lands, the woods of Lucula. They say only one of your kind has ever met him, and even that is but a rumor. Maradino is the name this exception went by, a sorcerer. Know you, so quit that grimace of eccentric character. I was told he had a lair upon Lucula's desert plain, but have never seen proof myself. All for the better, I believe. For should he have stood in the presence of the king, his presence would have been snuffed decisively and brutally.
Bang!
With a bang indeed, Amadeus. Now then, my boy, please acquaint our aspirant bridge crosser with the quantity of the toll they must pay.
The toll is 1,000,000 gold coins.
Indeed it is not, Amadeus, as you very well know. Greed is a vice, my son. It is a vulture most vile that preys on virtue. Cast it from your soul and restate the pecuniary levy we desire with all your heart's honesty. 1,350 coins, please, traveler. 1,350 coins.
I suppose 1,350 gold isn't that much to pay. Yes, I suppose you're right.
Thank you very much indeed. You have been most courteous and forthcoming. Now then, what do we say, my boy, to the kind traveler who has sufficiently disbursed us?
We say thank you. So, thank you, traveler. But, Daddy, this is such a bore. I want to club some more.
Amadeus! Such a bore I want to club some more? Have you been talking to that ne'er-do-well of a Bellegarde again? Please do forgive him, Wanderer. I shall have a sound word with this wee rapscallion indeed. In the meantime, do feel free to cross the bridge. A troll's thank you have wholeheartedly.
Alright, so Archibald here, if you noticed, actually does have a dialogue or a trait option. And if you agree to pay the toll, you get the obedient trait. And I am not going down that route. And if you noticed there, I apparently have only made one other independent versus obedient conversation option. And by paying the toll, it ended up being 1 and 1. So I would have no longer had the benefit of that independent anymore. So I'm going to
How very base
not
and
pay
discourteous.
a penalty or a toll.
Primordial privilege tramples the sacred words of wisdom, the pious parole that is troll toll. For this we cannot stand. Say it.
All right, so there you have it. That's the independent.
True now.
Oh, what? Now it looks like I have 3 there.
We go clubbing!
That's funny. Okay, so maybe one of the earlier dialogue options or something made it lopsided because it looked there like Morel had 3 on her independent versus obedient trait. Yeah, that's interesting, huh? I just noticed that now. So I don't remember when that happened, but there must have been a dialogue option there where, like, the first player doesn't or gets a different trait. I don't know, bonus, I guess, than the second player, because right now Nicolita is at 2 for her independent because of this last option, and Morel is at 3. So again, that got lopsided somewhere, which is fine. It's really only important that one is winning or one is a higher value than the other. The problem that you run into is when the both of the values are the same, because then they just cancel out and you don't get any benefit at all. So I don't know if you noticed there, but who's the little guy? I forget the little guy's name, the son's name. I tried to charm him and he ran out of the way. He's kind of not a real target for this battle. I don't know. Maybe that's he's not actually really participating in the battle. He's just running around. And I do like when the trolls say what happens when people don't pay the toll. We go clubbing. Let's see what you did there. But yeah, anyways, other than that, I don't know, this battle isn't too terribly difficult. There's some slimes cruising around here somewhere. And they kind of join in and, just make poison puddles. So, same deal as always. The undead decapitators, as well as the spiders, and what else? What's the other guy? The undead warrior or whatever. The kind of crummier one. Those guys are all immune to poison, so you could just kind of send them to deal with the slimes if you want to. Otherwise, you could light that whole joint on fire, which hopefully here I eventually do, but it's always a good strategy to deal with poison, I think. I need to attack the ground if I want to do that, though. The great thing about that, though, too, is that if you can get the ground to be on fire, whenever these slimes move around in it, they'll be damaged instead of healed because they'll be burning. As opposed to, when a enemy has which I assume the resistances are over 100 for poison, they'll be healed by it. So again, if you turn that poison into a fiery wasteland, I don't know, it's a fiery surface. How about that? They'll be damaged, again, instead of being healed, as well as potentially having the burning status effect on them. So, yeah, other than that, not a whole lot. Oh, Amadeus, there you go. I'm gonna bully him a little bit. And then apparently he's just completely immune to ground effects because he just ran around across the poison and didn't take any damage. Okay, so there's the log update. Daddy's down. Feel kind of bad about that. Kind of. And apparently, the dad, why am I an Archibald? Jeez. Was like the smartest troll in the region, so again, I don't know. Feels bad, man. Alright, and there that poison slug just kills itself. Because it tried sliming its way over to me. So yeah, so that's again the benefit of lighting the garbage on fire. Daddy, why are you sleeping? Get up, get up. Sad.
Get up, Daddy.
Alright. I gotta put you to rest too, buddy.
Death is its own deliverance!
Alright. That feels so wrong. And he's only worth 1,800 experience. Alright. This bridge leads into the Dark Forest. I'm just gonna turn around and go back anyway. If you really want to, you can hang out in the Dark Forest, I guess, if you want, but like I said, I am not. Okay. Yeah, let's head back. I actually kind of forgot that that bridge was even there. Or that's where that led to. I don't know how useful that information really is. I guess, yeah, I don't know. If you came through here earlier, I guess that would mean that technically you could get to Sacred Stone pretty early if you wanted to. You could, you know, come across here, head through the Dark Forest, and then take the other exit, because there's another bridge that leads back into Lucula.
I need to dry off.
But on the other side of the river. So yeah, I don't know. Kind of interesting, I guess. Oh, there's a ruby. Very nice. Rubies are amazing. I'm not sure if I've brought this up before, but rubies, when you add them to stuff, so if you add it to armor, it'll give you resistance to, what is it? I think it's 4 different things. It's everything but, sorry, it's all 4 of the main elements. So earth, fire, air, and water. It unfortunately doesn't give you poison and tenebrium resistance. Again, that's if you combine it with, I think it's armor. I think it works on, gosh, I want to say it's helmets too. Actually, it's a lot of things. The only thing for sure that it doesn't boost is boots. Unfortunately, you can't. Jeez, excuse me. You can't really boost boots almost at all, other than with nails. You can put nails with them, and that'll give you immunity to slipping, which is actually amazing for sure for a certain area in the game, as well as I guess if you use a lot of ice spells yourself too, you can avoid those slippery surfaces. But yeah, really good for resistances. Alright, the rest of the video is all dialogue here with these, I don't know what these random forest animals are, as well as their master, Roy. So I will cut the commentary here, and as always, hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.
A shiny day to you. Delighted to make your acquaintance. Your interest in my modest person truly flatters me. My name is Doreen, and this is my husband, my flame, my love, my Valentine, Maurice. Oh, Maurice, darling, do be quiet. He never bothered to master the human tongue, you see, and is therefore wholly incapable of indulging in this delightful conversation.
No.
Yes, that'll do, Maurice. He's just so excited, don't you know, as am I, to go to the golden pastures of Silver Glen. Roy, our owner, has been going on and on about how all of us will soon be in a better place indeed. Your interest in my modest... Oh, Yes, that'll do. I'm told Silver Glen consists of rolling hills where the grass grows thick, succulent, and so very rich that even 4-stomached creatures like ourselves can never go hungry. Maurice is simply ecstatic. You sure love your daily grass, don't you, honey bunch?
Moo!
Isn't he adorable?
Don't just stand there
Now,
rude.
brown cow.
Ahoy, traveller! Let me salute you with true ovine spirit. Welcome. I'm Bruce, ram, roamer, and reveller. Revel in what you ask. The beauty that is Dory. That is this sweet, nay, this cherubic cow. The cutest of her kind ever to have moved. Why, yes. Do tell me, have you ever beheld a bovine belle as elegant as her? No, for such a cow does not exist. Would that I could partake in the privilege that boar of a bull enjoys. How cute and woolly her offspring would be.
How lovely.
Stand back, puny human, or I shall sear you with the eternal flames of the mighty Drog. Fear the wind of my wings, quiver before the might of my razored talons. Blasphemy! Do your imperfect eyes fail to recognize my true nature? A rabbit I may be without, but a dragon I remain within. Even an eternal creature of legend and myth needs a vacation from the limelight now and then. Sometimes it does one good to hop about among the clover without one's every waking moment remembered in song and story. Begone, weakling!
It's heating up.
Sup, mate? I'm Timford, mate.
There isn't a
Donnie
goblin to
would
be
have
seen
been
around here.
Howdy.
We should go.
Lovely day for a romp through the forest, ain't it? Ha! Like hell. Goblins round here swarm as thick as flies round my cattle's asses. Put an axe in my bodyguard's face, one of them did. Right where his big drunken nose used to be. So, you wish to partake in a polite little parley about our respective prospects, purposes, and expectations in life, do you? Rotten, cotton-picking nonsense, that. I'm Roy. I'm in the animal trade. And instead of knocking back cheap rye in Silver Glen, I'm stuck in a friggin' forest surrounded by totem-worshipping savages that want to use my privates for target practice. There. Now you know it all. Aye, my latest set of merchandise. Joy to herd 'em, that lot, until they crap all over your shoes, that is. Won't cost me fortunes on bootblack's wages much longer, though. Bought 'em for cheap from Berkshire back in the city, and I'm about to sell 'em dearly indeed in sacred stone. Full of lunatics, that place, or so I've been told. They'll slice these beasts from ear to ear the moment they can get their hands on 'em. Use the blood in rituals or some such. Lunatics, right? Madman. Must you? Donnie. Bah, some thug from Seal he was. All balls, no brains, you know. Perfect set of qualities to lead me past them zombies, I figured. Figured right, I did, until we met them goblins. Now, you can have balls bigger than that bull over there, but it takes a fair bit of wit and cunning to beat a goblin at the hunting game. And Donnie, I tell you, the simple soul would have believed you if you told him eggs grow on eggplants. Not but your typical mining settlement is Silver Glen. You know the kind. Rough and tumble shacks, rough and tumble workfolk, and a handful of women that let their petticoats drop to the floor the moment they see a shiny coin between your fingers. No kidding. Ferocious as a hungry mountain lion, that lot, with swords and spears for talons. Donnie and I must have adventured too far north. I'm just gonna hang low until I can no longer smell him, and then I'll make a dash for it. Without an escort this time.
I don't understand why we're staying put. Silver Glen can't be far away now, can it?
My Dory. That derriere is driving me datty.
Maurice, how lovely to see you again. Dear me. Slaughter, blood, this cannot be. We must do something. Maurice, darling, do something.
Moo!
Bit late for that, innit? Trust you to raise a moot point, Maurice. Oh, kind human, have mercy on us poor animals. Deliver us from certain death in horrid Silver Glen.
Ahoy, traveller. Let me salute you with true ovine spirit, leaving lambs on a lavender eiderdown. Tell me it isn't true. Am I to go like a sheep to the... Well, you know the horrid freeze. Please, help me. Ah!
It's go, 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 mate. Sup, mate? Say what? I ain't joining that party, mate. I'm off. Cheers and peace out. But I'm not interested.
Dear
Later.
gods, I can picture it now. Humans with knives the size of swords. We're doomed, Maurice, doomed.
Well, well, well. The wee wabbit went away, eh? How wonderful. Blast your eyes. That cursed coney would have fetched me a pretty penny if it weren't for your meddling.
We're doomed.
What? You're soft of heart, are you? The poor dears shouldn't be killed. I should just give up on the gold they'll fetch me. Well, say no more. Seriously. Shut it. You think I risk life and limb for a bit of beef and mutton? Either you pay me in gold, or you leave me alone before all this chatter attracts the damn goblins.
Dear gods, I can picture it now. Humans with knives the size of swords.